Hi, everybody. So it's July 24th. We are on the team call for Team Be the Change. So this is another summit recap. So I decided to go to this additional event. And the title of the event was called The Power of I Am. And it was basically it was hosted by, let's see, who was it even hosted by? Because I'm really bad with names. I can't even recall. What is her name? It's totally escaped me. Anyway, but she had probably 15 coaches, like really top coaches, speak on different subjects. She had the author of, I don't know if you guys have seen or started to read Girl Boss. Her name is Kara Alwill Leba. She came in and was a guest speaker, and then at the very end, like Janelle Summers, who is Chalene Johnson's sister, she's like a top coach, multiple 15-star diamond elite coach. She spoke, and then at the very end, like the closer, of course, was Josh Coates. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. I think I may have posted something of his in our team page, but if you aren't familiar with him, he's super inspirational. He's really, really, he's basically a coach for Beachbody coaches. He's been through the John Maxwell Leadership School of Training. He is a life coach, and he calls himself a push coach, which basically means, like, rather than just sitting around and talking about your big life long-term goals, like he works with coaches to like push really hard towards immediate goals. And he's a I believe he's a coach for like 3 or 4 of the top 10 coaches. So anyway, he's great. He's got YouTube videos all over the place. Like if you ever want to see anything that he does, I highly recommend you look him up on YouTube because he's super inspirational. Anyway, so what I did was I just went back through my notes from that event, and there were several things that were repeated a number of times. I don't know if you guys listened to the National Wake Up Call, which if you don't, you really should. Hopefully everybody is. But Jeff Hill, a lot of times he will say success leaves clues. And to me, what that means is if you see something happening again and again and again and again that people are talking about, it's probably something that works. So that's kind of how I've been breaking down my notes from Summit, because I have 1,000 pages, I feel like, that I keep going through and highlighting and making notes on. And there are things that come back up a number of times. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about from what I took away from this Power of I Am talk. So I guess so a lot of it kind of revolved around social media posting and kind of like sharing your story. And I know we sort of talked about that last week when I talked about what Chalene Johnson, what her talk was at Summit. But it's important. I mean, all of, 90% of, I would say 99% of what I do is on social media. And, I know some of you do like live, group kind of parties, you get in touch with people more directly, but most of what I do is social media. And so this was, I guess that just happened to resonate with me at the time, in addition to all of the other great information. So I'm just going to focus on that. So the author of Girl Boss, she was great. Like she's self-published, and she spent 10 years writing and trying to publish, and then all of a sudden she took off. And I think that's kind of how people see a lot of the top coaches, is like, oh, they're super successful. But she said something, which is every overnight success story is 10 years in the making. So all these people that you see who just like, like, oh, they're amazing, and, they just came out of nowhere. Well, really they have been working hard and, busting their butt for 10 years or more. And and that's, it's kind of like, I know I need to keep that in mind, because it's like, sometimes I feel like I do these things that everybody says are these vital behaviors, and I don't get anywhere. And then all of a sudden something happens. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So as far as social media and posting and sharing, some of the main things that I heard again and again were just be real, be yourself. When you're trying to find people who connect with you, they're not going to connect with you if you're trying to be somebody else. They're going to connect with whoever you're trying to be, and they're going to be able to tell that you're not being you. And I know it's tempting to look at all of these other coaches' pages and say, oh, well, that seems to be working really well for them. But that's what works for them. And it's really important to figure out what works for you. And so something that let's see, I guess I don't remember exactly where I heard it, but basically you should make a list of like your top 5 things that you feel like are a big part of your life. So like for me, it's my family, gardening, my dogs, health and fitness, because I mean, that is what we do. That's a big part of it for me. And I honestly, like, I'm still kind of like waffling on what my 5th one is, but those are the things that I really try to post on all the time. I guess if you think about like what I post on, I always try to post some sort of motivational quotes once a day. So that I guess that's one of mine too. So you take those 5 things and you post something relating to one of those with every post that you do. And every time that you post, hold on, that's Danielle. Okay. Danielle's going to not join. Every time you post, you talk about one of those things and you ask yourself 3 questions. You're going to ask yourself, is it inspiring? Is it informative? Or is it entertaining? Because those are the 3 reasons that people come to social media. And if it isn't one of those things, I mean, basically that's, are you adding value to somebody's life? And if that's why people come to social media, that's what they're seeking in terms of value. So is it inspiring? Is it informative? Is it entertaining? And if it's not, then, you can try and reword it. I mean, I think that's probably the most, I don't know, that might be the best way to do it. If you really want to post about it, just try and come up with a way to get people to engage on it and present it in a way that is going to add value to you and your people. So another part of it is use social media kind of like a journal. Like people want to see the real you, the real Amber, the real Megan, the real Sunshine. They want to see what's going on in your life, whether it's good or bad. And by sharing, the things that are frustrating and, bad to you, you're going to become more relatable. And by sharing the good things, you're basically, you're showing people what your lifestyle is like, and you're sharing your lifestyle when you have this incredible health and fitness company as part of it. So something that, and I don't remember who said this. I'm bad about it with people. I'm like, yeah, that one person. But somebody said, we're promoting a lifestyle, not a product. So, and I think that really ties back to what, Chalene Johnson said and what I talked about last week, which was, you want people to be curious about what you're doing. You are not Beachbody, and you are not the product. You are yourself, and you want to share with people why your life is so amazing because of this product, or in addition to this product, and how this product has helped. So, even without naming it and without saying, how PiYo changed your life, you can say whatever it is, and how the lifestyle that you're now living is so much better because you have more energy, and all the stuff that we love to talk about. We want to share the good and we want to share the bad. And so if we just share the good, like we become unrelatable, because people think, oh, well, she has a great life. Like, I don't have a great life, so I could never be like her. And something that I struggle with is, I like to call it, and I've heard it called this by other people, is analysis paralysis, where I sit there and I think like, well, I don't know if that's a good thing to post. Like, I don't know. Is it right? Maybe I just, and then I just end up kind of not doing anything. And I'm getting much better about it, but it's, I'm a perfectionist and I'm a wordy writer. And so I'm just like, I don't know if this is right. So I get that analysis paralysis. But the thing is, like, if you don't post anything, nobody's going to know anything about you, and nobody's going to see what you do, and nobody's going to see this great thing that you're so in love with that you want to, share with the world. So, promote yourself. You are it. You are the product of the product. They think you're going to, you think you're going to look ridiculous, paralysis. Exactly. But if you're attracting your tribe of people and the people that you want near you and around you, they're going to get that. They're going to relate to that. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, my house is totally a mess too. And my child totally just threw my keys in the toilet. So, that's another story for another day. But then the last thing is, every time we post, we're either creating curiosity or resistance. And part of that comes back to I have to change the screenshot because I'm like staring at sunshine cutting onions. Okay, there we go. Hi, there's everybody. So we're either creating curiosity or resistance, and we want people to be interested in what we're doing. We don't want to come across like we're selling things, of course. We don't. And a lot of it is like those things that we, some people talked about on Melissa's team call that I talked about last week also, where you don't want to like announce to people that you're about to try and sell them something. You want them to come to you and ask you questions. And that comes with time. Like, yes, at this stage of all of our businesses, we do need to, put it out there that more so than somebody who's been in this business for a really long time, like, the top coaches who basically they just have people like coming to them now. And that's where we all want to be eventually. But for where we are now, we do have to put it out there. We do have to share in a different way, which is also why we don't want to be necessarily looking at and copying what's going on in some of these like 5+ star diamond coaches, because the way that they currently market is not the way that we do at this point. Like, if you want to go and look at people's pages and get inspiration, like, go to other diamond coaches, go to 1 and 2 star diamond coaches. So like Christy, there's I think Corinne is like 5-star diamond, but there's like Kelly Schofer. I can't pronounce her last name. She always posts really great posts. Christy, of course, does. So seek out other coaches who are maybe just a couple of levels above where you want to be if you need that inspiration. So again, like, we want to bring people in because they want to know more about what we're doing, and they're interested in how we've created the life that we have. And, they're attracted to us because, they feel like we're relatable. So we want to create the curiosity, and we don't want to like push people away because they feel like we're about to try and sell them something. And there's always going to be those people who, no matter how you word it, they're always going to be, offended or whatever it is, but they're not your people. So don't worry about them, which is, easier said than done. So that was kind of my main takeaway from the power of I Am. Just basically tell your story, be real, share the good, share the bad, and make sure you're asking yourself, is it adding value to people's lives? By asking, is it informative? Is it inspiring? Or is it entertaining? So now for me to go and take my own advice. So Josh Coates, who's just awesome. He always gets me just really, really, really very fired up. The way that, like, so what I got from him is, so we all have our own self-limiting beliefs, and whatever that, they're very personal to each of us. But probably the main reason that each of us is not, maybe we think we should be further along. Maybe we're not seeing the success that we want to see. But the reason for each of us to be in that situation and not where we want to be is because we are allowing ourselves to be held back by whatever these beliefs that we have about ourselves are. And, for me, it's, fear of being judged and, all these different kind of things. But we have to each decide if what we want is worth facing those fears so that we can get past them and get to where we want to be. I just got a book. I forget the author. People names today. I don't know. So the book is called Punch Fear in the Face. I think I added it to the personal development list of books and podcasts. But I'm excited to read that because I need a kick in the pants when it comes to, like, fears, getting over fears. So basically, you have to make that decision. You have to decide if, your fears are worth facing, or if you're going to look back and, feel this regret because you didn't push through your fears, or, if you're okay just staying where you are. And I know that each of us, we all want to make this business our life. Like, I know I don't want to stay at the job I'm at. I know that I have big, big dreams for this business and for our family and for, what I want to do with this. And so to me, it's essential that I get over these. So I'm right there with you guys. So a good quote, and I believe, I want to say Jim Rohn said this, but I didn't write down who said this, but a great quote is, it doesn't always pay off to do what feels good, but it always feels good to do what's right. Did I say that right? Let me try that again. It doesn't always pay off to do what feels good. There you go. But if you do what's right, it always feels good. So, whether that's making sure you get those invites in every single day, connecting with new people, adding new people to your network, inviting in a meaningful way. That's, I'm working on that. Like, I have groups that I invite to all the time, but again, like, I have to remember that inviting also means presenting people with the option to, say, you want to say, do you want to try Beachbody on Demand? Like, hey, I think that Shakeology would be a really fabulous addition to your nutrition. Offer them the opportunity to tell no. Don't don't assume that they're going to say no and not give them that opportunity, because if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So, it might be hard, but after you get it out of the way, like, you did the right thing, and that's what's going to feel good. So what else did he say? So what I'm kind of like moving up towards is this thing that I've heard him say twice now. So we all have, like, big dreams for what we want to do with our life and our business. And we need to basically get out of our own way. I'm having a hard time because I'm not going to say it nearly as well as he is, but that's okay. So imagine you are, you're coming home from an evening out, with like a date night or something, and you are driving into your neighborhood and you see like, you know, smoke and it looks like, you know, there's a fire somewhere. So you keep driving and you see that there's like emergency vehicles passing you. And so you're like, okay. So you turn into your development and, you know, it's in your development. So you keep driving. You're like, well, okay. You turn down your street and, you know, your street's blocked off. You're like, oh, okay. And you get to your house and you realize your house is on fire. And you realize that your children are inside with the babysitter and your house is on fire. And you are going to do everything in your power to get your kids out of that house and get into that house and break down that door. And that's the metaphor that Josh Coates gave for not trying your hardest and not doing your best in this business. Because if your life right now isn't where you want it to be, basically your house is on fire and your kids are inside. And like, I tear up every time I hear him say that. And every time I say that, because like, if we aren't living the life that we want and providing for our families the life that we know that they deserve, then we're basically, you know, our walls are basically like burning down around us because we're just sitting there and we're not taking action when we know that we have the opportunity to. Like, the opportunity that this business gives us blows me away. I mean, being at Summit and seeing the success and seeing the people and how people's lives have changed, and like, you know, whether it's physically or emotionally or financially, and hearing people's stories, we have so many opportunities to change our lives and to share this with other people so that other people can change their lives too. I mean, I can't tell you how awesome it is to be talking to the three of you, because, you know, if I hadn't decided that I wanted to do this, like, you guys wouldn't be here. And I mean, that you guys are going to have your own teams and you are going to be able to feel this too. And it's like, I get chills just thinking about it, like knowing that, you know, Sunshine has lost like, I don't even know how many pounds now, like 1 million. How many?
I've lost 1 billion pounds.
Yep. Okay. So there we go. 1 billion pounds. I mean, like, just knowing that.
I've lost 45 pounds.
Sorry, well, how many?
45 pounds, 52 inches.
No way. That is amazing. Amazing. High fives. High fives.
I put on a pair of shorts the other day that were extra large juniors, which apparently is 17, 19 junior. I don't know what that converts to, like actual normal human adult women sizes, but the fact is that I have a pair of shorts that are juniors.
That's
awesome. That's all.
So awesome. So awesome. You're doing an incredible job. But I mean, just like you guys are going to be changing people's lives in this way. And then everybody that you bring in, you know, they are going to go on and do the same thing. And I mean, the lives that we can change, like, there's only so many lives that each of us can change. But when we start building teams, it's exponential. Like, we help people change their lives and they go out and they multiply the effect. And like, we just, you know, this is why we do this. And this is why we do this. It's incredible. This was, without a doubt, Summit was like the most incredible thing. Like, we're all going next year. I know. It's incredible. Amber, it's amazing. Sunshine, you're amazing. Sunshine, you're the team icon, mascot. Team mascot for our team.
Wait, listen. I was opening a can, so I didn't hear anything you said, but like this thing popped up at the bottom of my page that said Amber cried because of me, and I don't want to make people cry.
In a good way.
It's a good cry. It's like an inspirational, it's a good cry. It's a good cry. I'm still, my eyes are watering. It's dry here too, so. None of that.
It's about it. It's not even anything that you've done. It's just so dry heat here.
My right eye thinks you're amazing. My left eye is just perspiring. So
Oh God, I love you
And look
guys.
how red my face is. I'm muting myself.
Oh man.
Tell Amber a dirty joke so she'll stop crying.
Yeah, really. So that, I mean, Josh Coates just gets me fired up. Like, go watch a video that he's done. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You'll fall in love with him. So inspiring. I mean, he just like, he pushes you, like he has a way of just like stupid thing. Okay, 10 minutes. He has a way of just like really getting to you on a really emotional level, and making you really just, see that you need to take action. And I need that all the time. So pretty much I just need to watch his videos all the time. So I guess that's all I got. A couple of other things. We have like 10 minutes, so I don't want to go too far into the weeds. Okay, so moving on to other little businessy things. So Danielle Chaffo, she's my success partner. So she and I have kind of like done things over the months together. So this week we're doing a live group. We're going to do kind of our own version of a coaching opportunity call. We're each going to go live in a group on Facebook. So we're going to set that up today and hammer out the details tonight. And then I'll let you guys know. You guys are welcome to add people who are interested in the coaching opportunity, add them to the group, and they can watch our videos, and they'll be, reasonably short. Like, this isn't going to be some big long, like hour-long Tony thing. But mostly it'll just be like, because a couple of months ago we did like 2-week-long coaching, like intro to coaching for kind of prospective people, and they were great, but I think it was just too long. So we're going to be doing a shorter one this week, where it's just going to be like one evening as opposed to like a couple of videos every day for a week. So I was thinking we might do that Thursday. Because Wednesday night, Melissa is doing a live power hour in Team Destination U. So I tagged you guys in the post, and those are really helpful. It's just like, you really stay focused for like a solid hour of, doing your invites, following up with people, connecting with people, adding people. And she walks you through everything, and she always has really good tips. Like, I learned about that, like when you go to your posts that you've done in the past and you comment on something that somebody has commented on before, it like bumps it up to the top of everybody's newsfeed. I learned that from her in one of her power hours. So she does great power hours if you haven't done one with her. So I think that's all. Team Cup next week. Did anybody listen to the wake up call today yet? No? Okay. It's supposed to be amazing. So I'm going to listen to that tomorrow while I'm driving around, focusing on Team Cup and how to rock Team Cup. So I was looking at some of the prizes. Let me think. So like for everybody individually who hit Success Club during August, I think you get it's not a backpack. It's like some sort of like something. It's a picnic blanket. It's a Daily Sunshine picnic blanket, which is really cute. If everybody on your team hits Success Club, everybody gets a sweatshirt. And then I think those are the two like major prizes outside of like the top 10. Not to say that we couldn't do that, like anything's possible. But I'm really excited about this. So, also during Team Cup, every week we get an email from corporate. There's usually a video in it that, either from Summit this year or from Summit in past years. And, it's really inspiring information. Like I always get a lot of ideas from the videos. there's good tips and stuff in the emails. And then Danielle and I will be kind of running our Team Cup page together. She's got a lot of good ideas. She's on like I think she's a Melissa. Melissa's. I don't remember if she's Melissa's or Corinne's. But so she's not directly within our same upline. So she hears different information. She's got good information that she's going to be sharing too. So I'm really excited. I think we have an awesome, awesome, awesome team. So questions, comments, concerns? Just check in. How's everybody doing? You can unmute yourselves unless there's like wild shrieking and hollering. In which case it's fine.
That very well could happen in my house. Just really likes to scream.
So I'm a Success Club 2 right now. Disclosure there. I feel like I have like several people who are like, yeah, and then like they disappear. So it happens. But you guys, it's we've got however many, 7. We've got a week left. We've got 7 full days left in the month. You guys can do this. I can do this. We can do this.
I've got like 4 people that are like crazy interested in Shakeology right now. They just haven't said yes yet.
Yeah.
And I think what the holdup is they're trying to decide whether they want just Shakeology or if they want to do a challenge pack. Okay. So I've been sending out a lot of info and just kind of checking in.
Okay.
So I'm hoping,
have you been sharing with them, obviously there's the value, like the financial value of it, but have you been sharing with them like what it's done for you?
That's what's brought them to ask me about it in the first place. Yeah, I took the advice from Summit and kind of backpedaled a little bit, and I've been doing less straightforward posting and a lot more kind of vague booking. And within like 3 days of doing that, I've been getting like message after message after message asking questions. So that's kind of where that's come from.
Awesome.
But a lot of it is actually people really close to me, like family members and stuff, that at first they kind of like rolled their eyes when I got my order of Shakeology in, but now they're kind of like witnessing it firsthand and seeing, that I can just hop in my kitchen or living room and do a workout. I drink my shake and then, like I just did a weigh-in again today. I'm down another 2 pounds, and I know I'm so freaking excited. It's 10 pounds now. But
that's awesome.
At 10 pounds in 4 weeks. It's really not bad.
Way to go.
So people are starting to see progress, and they're also not getting that whole sell me. They're not getting that shill feeling from all of this.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm having a lot of like meaningful conversations where I'm like, let's not jump to talking about Beachbody. Let's not jump to talking about Shakeology. Let's kind of talk about what's working for you, what isn't working for you, and what do you feel that like gap is in between. And it's getting a lot of like real close to the edges. So I'm just hoping to help nudge,
And that's where I struggle too. I feel like I get people that close and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
I posted a while ago. Oh man, I have like less than a minute. Okay. There's in the back office, there's something called the 5-step invitation process. And it's somewhere in the team page. I think just search for it. But that works really, really well. So if you, I need to go back and look at that too, but go look at that. Try and use that to kind of get people to commit. We probably have like 15 seconds. So I'm going to wrap us up. You guys, thank you for getting on. I'm very excited about next month, and hopefully, let's see, I'll let you guys know as far as the coaching opportunity group this week. So have a great night.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.